Hi, this is Chris Howard, and welcome back to our video training series. I'm so thrilled that you've spent the time learning about how you operate, about the unconscious mind, and what a big role it plays in your life in terms of determining what you create and what you become. The reality is that when you begin to form a deep bridge, if you form a level of rapport between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, that is true power. The reason I say that is because then any decision you make to go make a goal happen, you get 100% of yourself in alignment on that goal. Now, you've heard stories about people unconsciously picking up a car off a baby or tapping into strength that they never knew they had. And you've perhaps seen stage hypnosis shows where people get up and the hypnotist tells the subject on stage that you're Aretha Franklin, and they break out into song. And you think, wow, I never thought that person had that kind of a voice. Or the hypnotist looks at the subject and says, you are now Michael Jackson. And then the person breaks into dance, and it's like they drop the mask. They reveal themselves. They give themselves permission to be vulnerable. How many of us are going through lives wearing a mask, playing small, not playing up to our full potential, not winning the game of life on our terms? And I know you want more than that. If you're like me, you don't just want to, but you must create the mosaic of a life the way you choose and the way you deserve to have it right now. Haven't you waited long enough? The time to act is now. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to knowing you can make them happen. Say yes to investing in yourself so that you can become the person who can make your every dream come true. Right now, the problem is that they never taught us how to make our lives work in school. And the problem is in school and traditional education, do they teach us how to have great relationships? No. Do they teach us how to go out and make our finances work for us? No, not in traditional high schools. In fact, with the changing world we have, they're preparing us for a world that no longer exists in schooling, in traditional schooling. They teach us to sit down, shut up, do what we're told, and it's almost that same mentality of going in and getting a job, preparing you to get a job where you wait for the gold watch at the end of our life or at the end of your career, but that no longer exists. Today we are living in a world of outsourcing and downsizing. The security and safety that we once had developed and we were taught to aim for just aren't there anymore. So you've got to take charge of your own destiny. We've got to take charge of our own destinies, and that's why I'd like to present to you now our Breakthrough to Success online training program. If you're wondering if this is for you, if you're in business, this is for you for sure. People put caps all the time on what they're capable of achieving. I know, I did. The model that I had when I was growing up was my father, and my real father was into real estate. And boy, when I heard that he had made $180,000, I thought that was it. I was like 16, 17 years old. I couldn't imagine making any more. And so later on in life, after I hit 25, 26 years old, and at 27 years old, I eventually hit $100,000, that range. But I stayed there for a long time until I went out and changed the mental programming and conditioning, until I did the work that you're going to be exposed to and saturated in the Breakthrough to Success online training program. This is a comprehensive program with 17 hours of content, reprogramming, and this is a lifetime of experience that I put into this program for you. So you're in business. This is for you for sure if you're in business. I don't care if you're making $1 million already. We had a guy that came in and he was a multi-millionaire in British pounds, which is worth even more. And after going through our Breakthrough to Success program, he did some other trainings with us as well, to be fair. But within a very short period of time, I'm talking within 2 years, his net worth went from a couple of million pounds, about 4 million pounds, up to 56 million pounds. From 3 to 4 million pounds, huge leap. That's a big difference. Isn't that what you want? That kind of a leap? It is, I know it is. Now, I had another friend, Kate Gunn, send me a testimonial. Now, I get these all the time, and she said, when I came in, I was working for somebody else. Now, within only 1 year, I'm CEO of my own $10 million corporation. In the Breakthrough to Success online training, you're going to learn the secret she learned to turn her life completely around. Now, I love to get these testimonials because it makes me feel so good about what we do. Most importantly, it helps to inspire other people to know that, hey, this is a path that they can really make a difference for you in your life. We had a family in Perth, Australia take 3 generations of their entire family through every training that we offered. And I asked them why they did it. The grandmother is the one who put them through. And so she said that she had cashed out her inheritance. I said, why would you do that? And she said, well, you know, Chris, she said, I realized that I could either let them have the money after I was dead, or I could share it with them now while I'm alive. And what better gift could I give them than the gift of education? And I thought that was pretty noble way to go about it. And she ended up spending for all of our trainings, I'm talking $30,000 a piece for everybody in these trainings, everybody, her entire family. What's more important than everything is the quality of life. It's not just about the money. I know I've used some money examples here, but I think about it this way. If Phil Anderson had never gone through Breakthrough to Success, it would have cost him millions. But I'm less impressed with the money that he made and more impressed with the love he has of his new lifestyle. He bought a brand new house in the country where he gets to share quality time with his wife. You know, what's that worth? He can't put a price tag on that. After going through the Breakthrough to Success program, Phil went from managing one gym to owning 20 gyms. But that's not what he's most impressed with. He's most impressed with the fact that the tools he learned in Breakthrough to Success have enabled him to fearlessly create his dream life and live his passion now as a speaker, and he helps people retire young. He actually retired at the age of 38 with 20 gyms. And remember, he was just managing a small health club when I met him when he was first going through the Breakthrough to Success program. So, in the Breakthrough to Success program and the online training, you get the full 17 hours of streaming video, online saturation, and experiential learning with a downloadable manual. You'll go through process after process after process. Systematically, you're going to transform your life. So you go through the hypnotic processes and you can do it at your own pace. That's the best part. So you do it at your own pace. But if I'm in your position, I want it as quickly as possible. I'm saying to myself, you want to get this now, whatever the price, because when you realize that you can make your life whatever you want the first day of your new life to be now, right? Now is your moment of power. It is time to act. When Leah Barton went through Breakthrough to Success, she went from $9,000 to $40,000 a month turnover in her mortgage business. She quadrupled the amount. Think about that, $9,000 to $40,000. She quadrupled the amount of money she was making on a monthly basis. What would you say to yourself if you quadrupled the amount of money you were making? You know, how great would that feel? So the Breakthrough to Success online training will retail for over $2,000 for the general public, which is nothing in relationship to the huge gain in profit that Leah Barton and many other students have experienced. And quite frankly, it's nothing in relationship to what I've put into the program. For me, I was really hesitant in terms of to put this into an online program, but I felt like I was just keeping the information out of people's hands and it needed to get out there. So it's out there, but this is a very, very dear program to me. When we do the live Breakthrough to Success programs throughout Australia or the UK, in addition to whatever seminar costs that people have, they have to pay their accommodation and airfares. I mean, we have people flying in from all over the place. We have people calling, if they're not flying in from Zimbabwe, they're calling from Zimbabwe saying, where do I get this stuff? And as it's my goal to put this in the hands of everybody on the planet, to share it with everybody in the world, you know, there's different ways to go about it. For example, I went to a school in South Africa. It's called CETA. It's the first free university out there, and I had gone out there to work with the Branson School for Entrepreneurs and see how we could help to eradicate poverty in that country by providing education. And I pledged that we would give them on our online program, for their 800 students, half of them have lost their family to AIDS. They're going to be going through the program, and I'm going to pay for them to go through the program. Now, I can't pay for everybody to go through the training program, so don't ask. But the training program pays for itself when you play full out. Like Phil Hartog, who said that after attending Breakthrough to Success, like right afterwards, he went from a break-even to making a profit in a single month of $50,000. He said that in his first year after attending Breakthrough to Success, he ended up pulling together $200,000 in net profit, and now he's well on track to be over $1 million in his second year. But for you, no matter where you live, here's the thing. For so many years, like I said, I was never going to release the program because there's copyright issues and things like that in the video format. But I've decided it's the way to go. It's the wave of the future. And it's the only way to reach out to the kids over in South Africa, the people over on the other side of the planet who'd never had the opportunity otherwise. So now you have the opportunity to do it from your own home, and you can do it at your own pace. This is my baby. That's the real reason there's a $2,000 price tag on it. But it's worth that and so much more. Finally, I realized that we were just keeping people from the tools. They could really, really help them to make their lives better. So take advantage of this while you can. I cannot promise you that we're going to leave this price up for very long because this is only for our internal launch, and we'll pull this down at any time over the next couple of days. So act right now. Join us. Get involved in this program and let us know how it's going. Remember, like I said, communicate with us through the social networks, Facebook especially. Let us know what questions you have. We'll respond to your questions in regards to the entire Breakthrough to Success online program. So I will leave you with that. Make the decision, push the button, make the choice right now, and take your future in a bright direction. Join us for Breakthrough to Success, this online training. Your training begins right now when you enroll. Until we meet again, love deeply, shine brightly, and make every day an extraordinary adventure.